Hi folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII with the Therapist. First of all, a bit of housekeeping. Sorry about having to split the last part in two. I'm still working out how to use the record gameplay and share gameplay on PlayStation 5 and didn't realize it could only share up to an hour, so that's what happened there. But today we're going to be spending about an hour, apparently, just doing some side quests and really getting to know the residents of the slums here.
That sword's massive. What does he sell again?
Good luck, Tifa, and be careful.
Here's Scrap Boulevard.
I can see why monsters would feel right at home.
And the more we pile up, the more they show up.
Alright, so we'll come here often, honestly, as we're doing some side quests. This is Scrap Boulevard. It's basically just a circle with, I think, a pass-through in the middle. But it's mostly just where you can go fight lots of monsters. And yeah, this will give us our first taste of playing as
And
Tifa.
there's our first challenger. Show me what you got, Cloud.
Tifa's an interesting character. She has the ability to increase the multiplier of staggered enemies. I think everybody can kind of do that, but that's sort of Tifa's specialty. And so I'm going to try to remember how to do that because it's really powerful once you get the hang of it. Alright. Unbridled Strength can be used to enhance your unique abilities as well as increase the number of attacks that can be chained together. Alright. Okay, that's what's happening right now. You see that Gorger is binding Cloud, so he can't do anything right now, but let's see if we can use Tifa to get it off of him. Alright, that went well.
Wow, so that's what a soldier looks like in action.
This was just a warm-up.
I'll bet. Let's keep at it.
Alright, more little guys to beat up on. We're rats. Alright.
Don't overdo it.
Let me handle it.
Alright, Tifa's unique ability. As Tifa, you can press triangle to execute the martial technique Whirling Uppercut. To access more advanced techniques, you must use Unbridled Strength. That's to increase your chi level. At level 2, you get to execute Omni Strike. And at level 3, it's Rise and Fall. Upon utilizing an advanced technique, you'll expend chi and drop one level. These are effective against staggered enemies, like I was saying earlier, and will increase the damage bonus applied. So, essentially what we want to do is use her ATB early to level up her chi level as high as we can. Of course, that was a quick fight, so we weren't able to get it super high. And then once an enemy is staggered, then we just unleash her triangle abilities and to do a lot of damage.
It's on you.
I got this. Too late. You're good at
I'll admit,
this.
my first playthrough, it took me a while to get the hang of playing as Tifa.
It's a little surprising.
Well, I've been here 5 years now. If you don't look out for yourself, no one else will. By the way, that one's gonna be on the test.
This a lesson?
Gotta learn if you're gonna stick around. Okay, let's wrap this up.
So as we're diving into this chapter here, I gotta admit, these are some of my favorite chapters in this game. I'm a sucker for side quests. Especially the side quests that have like actually compelling characters and
Don't
stories,
overdo it.
which admittedly is kind of rare, but fortunately, and honestly, I give The Witcher 3 a lot of credit for this.
It's on you.
The standard for side quests has increased tremendously, whereas you're honestly getting some of the more fascinating stories
All right.
through
I
that
think
format.
Might be the last of them.
You won't stay gone for long.
Of course not. Even so, Folks will be grateful for the peace and quiet in the meantime. A win's a win, you know?
True.
Trust me, it'll do wonders for your rep. Right. Let's go check in with Biggs and Wedge.
So main quest stuff is where you get, of course, a lot of your major plot points. But side quests can contain some great world building and help you to really get to know some of the more minor characters who also have lives of their own, and can be just as substantial as some of the main characters in a story. Let's see, how do I get out of here? So, picked up some ice materia. I haven't even looked at Tifa's equipment yet. So, Tifa, right now she has her chakra material, allows you to restore your own HP. It's actually a pretty useful materia, especially as it levels up. Let's see, let's give her ice for right now. Let's see. All we have is bronze bangles. Yeah, nothing great to get Tifa yet, but eventually we'll get some better stuff for her. Oh, let's see if we can level up her leather gloves here. Alright, attack power, speed increase, HP increase, MP increase. So Tifa often ends up being a spellcaster when I play with her. And so I'm going to just increase her both HP and MP, because she definitely needs a little bit. Her defense isn't awesome, especially early on. Let's see, Cloud's good.
Doesn't look like a
Yeah, going back to side quests, truth be told, when I play games, I will make sure often that I've completed as many side quests as possible, because I don't want to miss any details of stories. I'm honestly all about story. That's kind of why I got into counseling to begin with. Is I love hearing about people, what their lives are like, and so everything that interests me, both professionally and just entertainment-wise, has to do with compelling stories. And it's why Final Fantasy VII, the original, was such a special place in my heart. It was the first time I'd ever actually experienced a video game that had a story that was as compelling as some of the books and movies and TV shows I was watching.
Back already?
Got every last one, too. Now the slum should be safe.
You guys are machines!
Good job. Meanwhile, we told everyone we could about you.
So I heard. I've got to ask, though. What did you tell them?
It's all right. All you gotta do is keep up the good work. It'll pay off soon enough, I promise.
How's the sword, by the way?
Good.
Glad to hear it. Seems like the perfect fit for you.
Yeah. We've been through a lot.
That's an understatement.
You okay?
I'm fine.
Been meaning to ask. After you left the village...
It's a long story.
I've got time. Why don't you tell me all about it while we try to rustle up some more work for you?
That sounds great! I'll come too!
Oh, no you won't.
What?
Run along now, you two.
Sorry,
Go on.
maybe next time.
No fair!
Think about it for a second. They haven't seen each other in years. You'd be a third wheel.
Hey, before we get back to it, why don't you check out the weapons?
No need.
Come on, the dealer's probably heard all about you by now. Might treat you better.
I don't know about that.
I mean, he can't treat me worse. I'll admit, I love characters like Wedge, guys who just don't care about being, like, smooth or following the social norms. He's just enthusiastic and wants to experience everything.
No better way to keep you and your family
Sort of a
safe
Michael
than
Scott
a
kind of
weapon
character.
your own. Come and check out our selection. Speak with
Oh,
our friendly
I've never
staff to
noticed
find the
that
perfect weapon
that
for
sword
you
is
and
just
your
sitting there.
needs. Hold up.
Heard there's a merc that'll take on any monster. You the man?
Word spreads fast around here.
What if I am?
Sorry about before. I get antsy when business is slow. Man in your line of work needs weapons, no? Why not try that one on for size? Yours on the house. Badass like you rocking my weapons is good advertising. Think about it.
Fine.
Or if you want to take a look at something else.
Just a look.
Let's see what he's got. Alright, so I can come here and get a couple of defensive or armor items. So it looks like the Iron Bagel gives me great defense in both physical and magical, but it only has one materia slot, whereas the Star Bracelet gives me 2 materia slot, but not great defense. So it's an interesting trade-off. I can't afford either at the moment. Ooh. He's also got some pretty nice accessories at this stage of the game. Most are just basic stat buffs, but the revival earrings are fascinating. I use these often when taking on like some of the harder like trophy hunting enemies later in the game. It just gives you an extra crack at them. So I'll definitely be coming back here once I get some money.
Don't be a stranger.
Alright, so let's check out
Since
this
you've
new
got
sword
yourself
we
a new
got.
weapon, let's see if we can't put it to good use. Come on, let's go chat up Weimer,
Who?
the guy who tracks all the requests that come to the watch. You never know. Could toss some work your way.
Where's he at?
Oh, he should be back at the office by now.
Alright, before we go see Weimer, let's check out this sword. Alright, so we still got the Buster Sword, but then we got the Iron Blade. So just looking at the basic stats, the Buster Sword does 27 attack and 22 magic. The Iron Blade does 23 attack but 31 magic. So you can see already that the Iron Blade is a more magical oriented weapon than the Buster Sword. So let's take a look. Just sure. Actually, at this stage of the game, having that extra materia slot is pretty valuable. I'm going to give Cloud Lightning, so he's got 2 different offensive spells. Tifa's got ice already, so we're covered with at least 3 of the major elemental categories. I bet once I go over here and upgrade it, I bet it won't take long to unlock another materia slot for this thing. Alright. Oh, I just noticed it already gives you the skill list for this first little solar system. So no, it doesn't give me what I was hoping for with the extra materia slot, but the max HP 150 is pretty nice. Where's that? Go ahead and unlock that. And I'll just increase defense +5. Not bad. Alright. That's enough tinkering. Let's go meet Weimer. So of course, after I'm talking about stories, Cloud and Tifa go into a dialogue that's all about Cloud's story. By the way, I love that you can see the materia on the sword. It's such a cool touch. Anyways, Cloud going into "It's a long story" and Tifa saying "I got time." It just resonates so much with that. The longer the story for me, the more interested I am.
Searching for candidates.
Hey there, Tifa. You need a helping hand?
Actually, I wanted to introduce you to an old friend of mine. This is Cloud. He's a merc.
Ah, you don't say. Well, we're always on the lookout for experienced fighters to help us deal with the bigger critters.
I'll take on anything. For the right price, that is.
Experienced and cocky, huh? If it's a challenge you want, I might have a few good ones. Your clients can fill you in on the details. Prove yourself with these jobs, and I'll see if I can't find you some more.
Thanks.
Alright, odd jobs. So we got access to a quest menu now, and we can tackle as many as we want at a time. These are a lot of busy work kind of things, but again, that appeals to me so much. There's just something honestly relaxing about chilling out and just knocking out some somewhat, not mindless kind of quests, but that don't require a whole lot of attention. This is often when I'll turn on a podcast or an audiobook while I play a game.
Candidate detected. Performing physical analysis.
Chadley, is this his
Sizable
gun name?
weapon, excellent cardiovascular health, and impressive lung capacity. Perfectly balanced muscle and bone structure. An optimal candidate. My
For
name
what?
is Chadley. I'm an intern
It
for
is Chadley.
Shimmer's Research and Development Division. I hope you'll be interested in helping me with my research. Please accept this as a down payment. I would like you to set that assess materia
Yes.
in your equipment and use it
Forget
to
that
gather
that's where I got
intelligence in
assess.
battle. This data will help me to develop new types of materia.
I'm not interested in working for Shinra.
You should know that I work actively to undermine Shinra's efforts. I'm sure you of all people can appreciate the tremendous power of materia, as well as how it might be wielded against your corporate enemies. And if you later decide that I am not worthy of your trust, you can do what you do best.
I will hold you to that.
Excellent! Then we shall work together so long as you deem fit. Once you've completed your task, please return and report to me.
Alright, I love the assess materia. And of course, now that after bragging about having all of the different types of elements, I think I can do without deadly dodge for a little while. I don't want to do without deadly dodge, but I'd rather still have my elemental abilities. Okay. Take a look at the map. Rat problem. So, I'm actually going to do this one first. Partly because, prior knowledge, I'm pretty sure this is the one where you've got to let some time go by before you can actually fully finish it. So I'll go ahead and do the first phase soon. Or right now.
Hey, Miss Lockhart, who's that guy you're with?
When it comes to food these days.
You know, the item store is falling in hard times.
Oh, he gives it to me.
Hey there, Tifa. Welcome back. And you, the new merc in town looking for work, right?
Yeah.
In that case, maybe you could do something about the Doom Rats? Them and their were-rat buddies have been tearing up town looking for food and whatnot. Got into the store and made one hell of a mess, let me tell you. Oh, you think that's funny, do you? Don't lie. I saw you crack a smile. Well, do the job and you can laugh it up for all I care. Anyway, they're probably nesting in the outskirts. Now I've heard a were-rat in pain will call its friends for help. And the whole rat pack will come running just like that.
Alright.
All the items you
See what's the quickest way there? Oh, this way.
want, straight from the plate.
Another day.
The new Loveless musical was absolutely brilliant.
So, was this different?
Alright, we're gonna fight some Doom Rats. Maybe this will give us a chance to really
Deal with
dive
that.
into
All set.
Tifa's abilities. Nice. Notice her ATB charge is so fast.
Bingo. The limit and beyond. Bye. It's over.
If I could get some, I could keep these enemies alive enough. Ooh, I forgot about assess. So this is a cool little materia. Let's just get some
I got your number.
great info. So were-rats, large rats that appeared in the slums in search of food. Wary and alert, they always move in packs. Tactical data is not available. I don't remember what it takes to actually get tactical data. Maybe it's just scanning them more than once. So notice weakness to ice. I believe Tifa's got my ice materia. But honestly, these don't put up much of a fight at this point.
Good
Let's
luck.
see.
Take it over.
Give me your best shot.
Keep it together.
Okay, let's go. Yeah.
We'll do Blizzard though.
Watch yourself.
Let's do this.
Freeze.
Pretty
I don't see
easy
Doom Rats
fight.
around.
What do you think? Should we wait? You know, this might be a waste of time. Let's head back to the store and touch base for now.
So yeah, I think I was right here. We do this first initial fight and then let some time pass and then we'll come back later. But let's upgrade. So, notice Cloud got some SP. He can spend it on, there's not a limit of resources. So he got 3 SP for both his Buster Sword and his Iron Blade. So I don't have to choose which weapon to prioritize, which I love. So let's start with the Buster Sword. Alright. Wow, that's why I'm just kind of doing this random right now because I'm still planning on using the Iron Sword. If I wanted to, it's tempting, but I just love speccing out my weapons so much. I could hit triangle here, and I could make it to where every time I get SP, it automatically upgrades it. Eventually, I'll probably do this to the Iron Blade. It's not one of my main weapons, but I'm not going to do it with the Buster or either weapon right now because it's just kind of fun to choose it myself. I'm going to upgrade the Punisher counter damage. Cool. Oh, did Tifa... I guess Tifa didn't get this. Oh, Tifa didn't level up, that's right. So, when I was in middle school and first played this game, Tifa was my girl. I'm not ashamed to admit that. But I will say, as I've played the remake, much more drawn to Aerith. I don't know if it's the voice acting, I don't know if it's just I've matured and I don't know what it is, but it's different playing this game as an adult than it was when I was a middle schooler. Let's go this way.
Hey, this looked like a bloodstain.
Hello, hello! Oh, what do we have here? I'm guessing you're that merc I've heard so much about. You're not here to shop, are you? People were right. You look like you can handle yourself. So some drakes have made themselves at home in the abandoned Talager factory. Can't have that kind of trouble around here. My regulars will do anything to get their hands on the scrap in there, and if they run into those drakes, they could get hurt.
I'll handle it.
Much obliged, sir. Head on over to the old Talager factory and talk to Narjan. He's the watchman guarding the entrance. Good luck. I'm counting on you, my friend.
What you got? That's what I thought. Potions and ethers. I'm actually good on both. I do wonder where I can get the arrow materia, especially when it comes to drakes. The wind materia is super helpful to that. I don't know if y'all noticed the music playing there. It was the Chocobo theme, which means that I bet there is...
Hey man, check it out. This song's pretty sweet, ain't it? You like it? You feeling it? Have a copy.
I've got to confess, I don't love the remakes of any of these songs. I mean, I don't hate them, but I just don't think that they are that much better than the originals. Where am I going? I'm wondering if I forgot to request some side quests from that Weimer dude.
Take your time now, okay?
Seriously, game? You're not gonna let me go this way? Fine.
Johnny's not a bad guy, but he has a pretty big mouth that he doesn't know when to keep shut.
Johnny's an interesting character. I'm excited to meeting him again. Alright, I'm just gonna kind of wander a little bit. I'll kind of look for side quests, but Honestly, I just kind of like wandering the streets of the slums here.
What canned goods won't I get sick of?
Gonna have to save up for the wedding. Hey, where'd you guys? Oh, hey there. Is Marlene with you?
No.
Oh, okay. I was kinda hoping she could help me find my friends.
I know someone who can help you. This guy right here.
Really? Okay, let me tell you all about them. They have long arms and legs, and they're a little skinny. They like places where there's food, and nice people will give them treats when they ask. And small spaces. Oh yeah, and they're all cats.
I'm looking for cats.
They're friendly, so if you call them, they'll come running. All 3 of them. Find my friends, please. I told Dad we're getting married and moving topside, but he just laughed. Why'd you tell about it? What's the source of all life?
So of course I talk about side quests and how much I love them, but that is sort of the big knock on side quests. Is a lot of them feel like just pointless fetch quests. You're here to save the universe, and now you're all of a sudden just looking for cats. And of course, Final Fantasy VII leans into that in a major way.
No matter how hard I work, I've still got to hustle.
Ain't no monsters here. Ain't no monsters here.
Tally of monster slain has been updated.
You'll never want for work around here if you prove yourself useful.
Yeah.
Please set the Orb of Assess Materia to your equipment and use it to gather battle intel.
Oh, I didn't miss anything. That's the cat mission. Alright, well it's a good thing that I mentioned that I enjoy just wandering, because that's the best way to find the cats. That's a dog.
So they blew up a reactor so they could save the planet? More like they want us to give up our way of life.
Was thinking I might chat up on myself.
Gotta admit, the watch is
Yeah, I think I might find something if I go this way.
He's gonna jump on that empty room at Stargazer Heights.
Hey, what are you doing in there? I'm trying to get a cat to come out. It snatched one of my pastries and scurried in there. Will you be a dear and lend me a hand?
This sucks.
So one of the things I use when it comes to video games and counseling is I use video game side quests like what we're doing right now, searching for cats, to point out that the idea of something being work or something being fun is kind of arbitrary. There's no reason that what I'm doing right now should be considered inherently fun. I'm moving sticks around and looking for cats. But because it's in the context of a video game, we're more inclined to see this as fun, and we're willing to do it. But in real life, we're more liable to call something like this a chore. And we don't want to do chores.
I'm sick and tired of chasing this little guy around.
So one of the things I'll encourage people to do is to avoid chorifying things in life. Because once we have chorified something, our ability to have joy in doing that thing just goes down tremendously. But if we can maintain sort of a spirit of fun and freedom with it, yeah, then it's a lot easier to just keep being committed to doing things that are actually useful in life and meaningful in life. Avoiding chores is more of a mindset problem than it is a problem with the activity themselves. Let's go this way.
Those bikes are reserved for someone tonight. Someone important.
You can't hide forever, Avalanche. You're going down.
Please give me
I
a
was
job.
supposed to be working
Wait,
topside today.
did you hear that just now? I think
That was an easy cat to find. Tag. I like that you just touch the cat and just believe it's going to go back to where it's supposed to be.
Screw this.
Oh, I think I'm done. Wow, that was easier than I remember it being. Hi, Betty.
What? They ran away? So, I'm never gonna see them again? You guys! You came back! They said that a scary man was chasing them. Thank you!
That went well. Could be you found your calling.
Was alright, I guess.
Think of each job as an opportunity. Not to make money, but to build connections.
It's not what you know, but who.
You remembered.
Not a patient teacher.
Maybe not so patient next time.
Oh boy.
Oh, Barrett should have finished collecting his share of the money by now. So what do you want to do? Head back to the bar?
No! We got more random things to do. So Tifa just touched on another thing that I do, and I actually get kind of pissed at corporations for co-opting this. Opportunity language is a much better way to talk to ourselves about things that we're doing than chore-based language. Now, of course, the corporate world has sort of hijacked this, and now everything is an opportunity. But the reality is, if we see something as an opportunity to push us towards a dream or towards something that matters to us, we're significantly more likely to be willing to keep doing something like that.
Something's wrong. Let's check it out.
Oh. Wait, oh, it's over here. I think we're gonna get to meet Johnny.
Hold it! Settle down now.
Get off me, assholes! I didn't do shit!
Shut up, punk.
Or what, huh? Screw you!
What's going on?
Somebody went and stole some blasting native from a Shinra warehouse. So public security started asking questions, and you know how Johnny gets.
It's because of the reactor bombing, I bet. I could be wrong, but something tells me they're not gonna settle for just roughing him up this time.
We've got to save him, Cloud.
Is he Avalanche?
No. He doesn't really know what we do. But he has his suspicions. And he's a talker. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should go alone.
I'm coming.
Are you sure?
It's the least I can do. Lead on.
Thanks. Come on.
Go to jail.
So notice that Cloud says it's the least that I can do, but that's actually not true anymore. He is still owed money. He's literally doing all of this because he feels a sense of responsibility and he feels a connection to Tifa.
Come on. Let's get a closer look.
This is how this kind of works with Cloud. He gets to think that he's still being aloof and just doing what he's obligated to do, but he's slowly but surely moving towards community.
I swear, all he had to do was keep his mouth shut.
Yep.
Anyway, you distract the officers and I'll figure something out.
I can distract. Ooh, vending machine, what's in here? I'm a good at the moment, I think. By the way, just this bench, if I sit here, I can rest and refill my health and I think NP, but at the moment I don't really need to. I think I'm good on all fronts. Yeah.
Let him go.
Who are you? The cavalry?
Is that who I think it is? Oh, hell yeah! Huh? Whoa, whoa!
No!
Huh? You're not gonna... Hold up! Wait! Don't do it, man!
You want to live? Then get the hell out of town.
You got it, boss! You ain't never gonna see my face again! I swear!
Are you sure about this? It's a big risk.
I know, but it's fine.
And them?
No more. Cloud, you're scaring me. We need to go before they wake up.
Big scene right there. We see where Cloud is going far on the pragmatic side. Right and wrong doesn't matter so much to Cloud. It's what could potentially backfire, what's going to potentially produce the biggest gain or advantage for him and avoid the biggest disadvantage. Whereas Tifa, she still maintains a sense of right and wrong, somewhat of an innocent spirit. And when those two come together, the innocent spirit has a hard time dealing with the far more practical, pragmatic. I mean, Cloud's not necessarily wrong, I mean, from a greater good standpoint, but life isn't all about just doing what's best for the greater good. We do still have to have our own sense of right and wrong, our own code to follow. And that's what scares Tifa here.
I'm worried about Johnny.
I'm more worried about us. We gotta go, right?
Right.
What?
It's just... you've really changed.
How?
I suppose it's... yeah. Your eyes. They used to be less...
It's the Mako. Soldier, remember?
I remember. So, what do you want to do now? Head back to the bar, or do you want to tackle another job or two?
So yeah, that sort of wraps up what I was just talking about. Cloud's been through a lot, and what he's had to do to survive kind of scares Tifa. Let's see. Alright, I think that's where we're going to encounter some of those drakes. I think we'll be fine even without the wind materia. Where'd it go? Yeah, that's where I went last time I got stuck. me activate this. That'll make it a little bit less confusing. There we go.
Does this mean we'll never see him?
I saw Johnny fly out of his place like a rocket.
My sister on the plate.
So this is all
I do like that the sort of ambient dialogue we encounter is influenced by what's happening in the game. Our actions do have impacts.
If the planet's a living being.
There are monsters on the plate too, right?
Nope.
That's not fair. Hey, the area around the old factory's off limits.
Factory's off limits. Factory's off limits. Drakes have been spotted inside. Huh? Wait a minute. Tifa? Don't tell me you're here to take care of those things. Are you? In that case, be my guest. We believe there's at least 2 groups lurking somewhere inside the factory. Find and cull them all.
Alright, this is another area where we'll probably visit a few times as we're doing these sort of side quest type things. Fairly generic area, but still has some personality, and it fits within the world that we're in.
Won't be tough.
Of course not.
Don't overdo it.
I got this. Bye. Not bad.
I'm waiting.
Oh. Took me a second to figure out where the other enemy was.
See ya.
Oops.
Here. Yeah. It's on you.
Let's do this. Keep it together.
Let me handle this. Cool off.
Keep those gloves up.
Sure thing, Coach.
Oh, I meant to do my assess on those. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get another chance to encounter Gorger. Oh, here we are.
They're nothing.
Compared to us, at least.
Alright, now we get a chance to assess Gorger.
Allow me.
Large insects found throughout the slums. They always move in swarms, gouging for food scraps and preying on whatever crosses their path, whether it's a small animal or a human. They're weak to ice, as we saw earlier. Cool.
Deal with that.
Okay, let's go. Bring it. Let's go. Come on. That's that. Take that. Gotcha. Bring it. Chill out.
Nice.
Bye. Watch yourself.
My turn.
See ya.
Alright, Tifa just leveled up.
That should be enough intel for the kid.
No, we're not going to return right now because we're where we need to be for another mission. But let's take a look at Tifa. She still just has her leather gloves. Alright. So we can either do attack power +5 or speed +5. For Tifa, it's all about speed. Cool. Alright. And I don't know if you noticed earlier, but one of her materia actually leveled up, her chakra materia. Now it's level 2. Basically just, I believe, having the materia equipped while you defeat enemies gains AP, which is used to level up materia. Alright, where to? I always get turned around in this place. Pretty positive that it was up this way.
They're nothing.
Compared to us, at least.
Alright, gotta remember to use my assess.
Best do it right.
Yeah, you see under weaknesses, status ailments, they're weak to wind. I don't have any wind material at the moment. I still don't remember where I get that. But these are lesser drakes. They're spell-weaving airborne lizards that live in the slums, usually seen flying closer to the ground than their larger brethren. Hitting them with wind makes them susceptible to staggering, while landing magic attacks on them will bring them to the ground for a short time. Okay, so even though I don't have wind, I still do have magic attacks, so that's what I'm going to be focusing on, is getting my AP up, and then using magic attacks on them.
Don't overdo it.
All set.
Bam!
Cool off. Yeah, you're up.
Taking over.
Ouch.
It's on you.
Alright, that should do it.
Is that it?
And did we do it? Are we done? There's another group of drakes somewhere. Find them and defeat them. That's what I thought. Let's heal up real fast. There we go.
Locked up tight.
Ah. So I'll admit, things like that kind of drive me nuts. I find myself starting to get really concerned about making sure that I eventually figure out how to unlock every path. It goes towards that completionist mindset I was talking about earlier, that compulsive desire to get everything possible out of a game. Especially a game that I love. It's only harmful if it's actually causing problems. If it's helping me to increase my enjoyment of a game,
Let's end this quick.
then there's no need to be concerned with it. Where it gets to be a problem, though, is if I start to play a game beyond the point of enjoying it because I feel like I have to complete it.
Deal with that.
I got this.
Time to burn.
Oh,
Worked up a good sweat.
cool. So that completes that. I'm going to use the quick thing. But again, I want to draw your attention to, it just said drive kick ability acquired. The way that abilities work in this game is if you use a weapon long enough that has an ability attached to it, that character just learns that ability, so you no longer have to equip the weapon in order to get that ability. So when I change Tifa's weapon out, she's still going to have the drive kick ability, even though it's no longer associated with the weapon she's using. Alright.
Got rid of those drakes in the factory, did ya? What a relief. I can't wait to give my regulars the good news. You're the real deal, all right. Keep it up, and I can see you going far as a merc in this town. I've worked with my fair share over the years, so believe me when I say that I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you're needed over at the Pillar. Apparently another flying bastard stirring up trouble. Bet you can't get enough of this, huh?
Well...
No, I get it. If you're good at something, might as well make it your living. May not know you, but I know a man who's found his calling when I see one. Keep at it. I switch out my stock every so often, so drop by when you're in the neighborhood, huh?
Ooh, so much good stuff in that. I've never noticed that dialogue before, but the idea of when you're good at something, why not make money at it? And then knowing what your calling is. A lot of people will find their purpose and meaning in life in the way that they make money. Now, that's not a requirement. In order to have a good life, you don't have to find like the dream career that is exactly what you're called to do. But we do need a sense of purpose in life in order to feel satisfied and fulfilled, and just to keep going through some of the crap that life throws at us. A lot of it is through a career, but for some people, it's through stuff they do outside of their job. But what we want to avoid at all costs is a life that isn't working towards anything that's bigger than ourselves. So we have Cloud here, being a merc. I mean, yeah, it's a way to earn a paycheck, but what that person was pointing him towards is the opportunity to make it into more of a calling. And of course, as this game goes on, Cloud's sense of purpose and meaning in life is going to become more and more clear. But I'm looking at my timer, and we're at about the 51-minute mark, which means that now is probably as good a time as any to stop. When we pick up, I might talk a little bit more about calling and purpose, because it's so much of what I talk about in my sessions. But who knows where this will leave us. We definitely have a few more side quests to wrap up. I'm going to turn in the Chadley report. We're going to go take on this flying creature in the graveyard. Actually, I'm going to do Chadley first, because I think I just remembered that he's where I get the wind spell from. And then we'll just have some more fun and talk about, honestly, whatever comes to my mind. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.